Hey, good morning, y'all. Today I'm a little disfuddled. I don't know what you call it. It's Christmas to me. And I wasn't going to do any craft fairs, but as usual, I've been persuaded to do some. So today I'm going to show you what to do with these clear ball ornaments. That's one. Two, I'm going to take you through how I've been doing these really super cute little wood round ornaments. I'm going to do a little boy. I don't know if you can see him, but he's penciled in there. Not really going to do anything with these signs, but I just thought I'd show you what my elf table looks like. There's a few more girl ornaments that are all done. Aren't they cute? This girl's so cute with her little tree and her Christmas light hat. And then I got to get my stamps up on Etsy. And it's just craziness here. I do ornaments and signs and all kinds of stuff for Christmas. So even though this isn't quite what we're used to in the videos, you'll have to just bear with me because I'm so busy I can't hardly breathe. All right, so I'll be right back and ready to roll on the ornaments. Okay, back here, Haiti. So, I'm the girl at the parties that takes the tissue paper right out of the hands of the recipient and takes it home with me. I love collecting tissue paper, and I'll show you why. I bought this shred, which they make, see, shred, at Target. And it wasn't quite exactly what I was looking for. What I really wanted was something super sparkly, and I was really looking for the that opalescent-y kind of see-through stuff. I still haven't found any of that, but I may have to buy some cellophane and cut up my own. So what you do with this tissue once you get it is, I always crumple it up because it looks better. And then you kind of accordion fold just with your fingers like this. You could be real precise and exact and everything, but you don't have to be. And then you want to crunch it really good. See how I'm doing that? And then you cut off your ends and get rid of that part because you want a nice straight area to cut nice skinny little groups of shred. So then you just start slicing real thin, I don't know, 1/4 inch less, 1/8 inch, as skinny as you can get, because the skinnier the better. And you're just going to cut this all up, and then the next step would be fluffing. And you don't need a whole lot in these ornaments. But I don't like seeing through the ornaments, so I like something kind of in them. See, this one I put the shred, and then I added some of this little confetti stuff. I'm not real excited about that. This one got the confetti only, which is kind of cute. I don't know. But I think I'm going to buy some of that powdery snow that we sell at the craft stores, and maybe like a little deer if I could stick him in there, or some holly or something. So, okay, once you get the shred, let's get these polka dots out of here. You guys go. We got to segregate you. So, once you get your shred, looks like I need a little bit more. You fluff. Fluffing is very important here. So we'll cut up just a little bit more. Really skinny, remember? I don't think I need this much, but that's all right because I got like 48 of these ornaments to do, and then I personalize them, which you'll see next, and then I sell these at the craft shows. So hopefully this goes over well on camera. So you put your shred in, and you need a pokey tool. I use a very sharp pencil, but you could use a skewer, toothpick, stick, chopstick, hair thingy that you put in your hair, and you start poking it in. And it takes a little bit. That's why the other one I did off camera, because I thought this could get kind of boring. And it's stuck. So come on there, tissue paper, get in there, poking you in. Ah, there we go, finally. And give it a little push with your fingers, and a little more with our pokey tool. And then you kind of have to use your pokey tool to kind of fluff it once it's in there and get it to do what you want it to do. I think I need just a little bit more, and then I'll show you the personalizing on it. Might be cute to have some of this stuff hanging out the top, but I'm not sure how the barrel would go back on there to hold it together. Well, maybe a little more. I don't know. I thought a little bit went a long way on this one, but maybe not. So this is a half a sheet of tissue paper that we used, but it'd be kind of fun to do some rainbow colors, or red and green would be cute, but I know the popular thing this year is gold and silver, so I go for what, you know, what sells at the craft fairs. Because these were very popular the last couple of years. I filled them with book pages. You can take book pages and crumple them up and fill them with those as well. And those look very vintagey and kind of cool. But I wanted to try some with tissue. I may go back to the book pages because this is not what was in my head. But that's all right. It'll be cute when they're all done and have a cute little bow tied to them. And get the last of this in there, or not. We'll just tear you off. Come on, get in there. So then you put your, I don't know what they're called, but I call them barrels. And there's the gold one. So the next thing we're going to do is move our shred, bring over the paint pens. Oh, doesn't that look beautiful on camera? Look at all those pens. So these are painty pens. I think we've talked about those before. My favorite, of course, are the Zig Painty, but they're very hard to find anymore. So I buy Deco Color, mostly. And we'll sit down. Scoot that up a little bit so you can see. I always have a tester piece of paper to get your pen kind of started. And I hope black shows up on the gold. I think it will. Usually I write joy or peace or hope or something similar. And I just leave them kind of simple because then when I get to the craft fairs, people always like to personalize them with a name or whatever. So hopefully you guys can see that okay. I think so. So I'm just doing some quick lettering. And paint pens, if you haven't used them before, are a little tricky. So maybe I'll go back real quick and tell you how to start a paint pen so that you don't waste $4 from the craft store, because there's a trick. Mine are all started. And number one, just like any other pen, you want to store them on their side. Mine are standing upright right now because they're in my box, easy to use. There it is. And I'm going to take a white, or maybe, oh, let's use silver. And we're going to give it just a little highlight line. Let's see, hopefully you guys can see this. Oh yeah, that shows up good. And lastly, it may get some polka dots, because there's nothing that I do without polka dots, pretty much. Actually, I think I'll give it a little sprig. Deep forest. Always pretty. With a little bit of red. Where should we put the sprig? Just right there. So with painty pens and paint pens in general, if you make a mistake on these glass balls, usually you're sunk. So try to be sure of what you're doing first. You can cover up, but taking off is very difficult on the glass. On these clear glass ones, it's not quite as hard because you could use a lighter fuel. I know it sounds terrible. Excuse me. I open the pens with my mouth. Or nail polish remover. But on the painted glass balls, nothing will work. Hopefully that shows up. So now we have a little sprig and some berries. And get our white. Oh, this white pen is... So the paint pens have oil. Here's a good time to show you because my white's not working. You want to shake it really, really good to get the oil and the paint mixed. Even when they've been started already, it's a good idea to shake them. Then push down just a little bit, shake a little bit more. Don't push down until it floods or you're back to the craft store to buy a new pen. I see the white coming through there. Polka dot time. So then we'll hit these little holly berries with just a white highlight. Oh, my light from my light is there. And then we're going to give our black lettering some polka dots. If you do polka dots on top of your lettering, you want to make sure that your paint pen is all dry. Otherwise you get kind of a shadow of white. Usually I wait about half hour before I put the polka dots on because it'll blend with the black and kind of be a grayish white. And that's all this one's going to get. Pretty cute, huh? Then I'll get a big silver fluffy bow to tie on the top, and that's it. So I hope you try these. These are at the craft stores. They're super cheap. You can buy the clear like this and opalescent. I kind of like the opalescents better, but last year I was gifted a couple of boxes of these, so which is why I wanted to try some of the shred in them, because I wanted to get a little bit of a glittery look. And glitter would be cute in these too. All right, so that's that one finished. Okay, back. So these are my full moon girls, and my friend Karen gifted me these beautiful wood slices. Her mom is getting older and they were cleaning out her craft supplies, and she said, does anybody want these? And I jumped on it. I just love these, and I kind of love this one. I may have to keep her. First of all, she looks like me, and second of all, I love this imperfection there. I love this girl's hair. My favorite part is doing their hair, which is why I guess I don't do a lot of boys, because they can't have all this crazy stuff in their hair. I don't think they would be very cute. But this girl's got just a holly and flower wreath, and she's a fairy. And where's my, oh, I showed you the Christmas tree girl. She's kind of one of my new favorites. She's got a Christmas tree skirt and her lights in her hair. Maybe boys could have a few lights in their hair, but this girl has got a whole menagerie. She's got a tree, candy cane, and her skirt. And my first craft fair, I wasn't doing very many of them because of my carpal tunnel, but it seems to be a lot better, as you can see, because I'm wiggling my hands. So I was talked into doing a few fairs, and I love them to pieces. So now I got to get my act together, which is why these videos are including Christmas ornaments, because I have to get them done. So what I do normally, here, let me show you. I don't know if that'll show up, but I pencil it in first. And we're going to go back with this guy, and then I'll color him in so you can see it start to finish here. Hopefully that's showing up well so you can watch me color or watch me draw. So he's getting short hair, short cropped hair. I do different kinds of boys. I just did one for a friend that had curly hair because her son was curly headed. And I don't really draw a whole lot of boys. I don't know. I think because the girls, I can get away with a lot of cutesy, fluffy stuff like in their hair there. But he actually came out so cute that I decided I would give it a try and do a couple boys, because you know, if you're at a craft show and you have girls and you have boys, I always get people yelling at me that where are the boys? These are all full moon girls. So we're doing a group of full moon boys now. I got to get rid of this tissue paper. Sorry for the loud sound, but it's driving me nutso. Anyway, so he's going to come out pretty cute. He's going to hold a Christmas tree because, you know, the boys are the tree choppers. And then we'll give him a star to hang from his hand. And then I can put names on him when I get there, so he can have a name of somebody's little boy. Oh shoot, I forgot to get my colored pencils, so I'm going to have to stop this and come back because we're going to color it. Here's his pocket. The girls all have hearts. Boys get pockets. Can't tell you why. And maybe the next one I'll do with overalls. That would be kind of fun. So he's going to have a star, or maybe some holly. No, we're going to give him a star. I like stars at Christmas time. I even did some Hanukkah signs this year, which is kind of fun. We'll see. I'm probably the only one that would buy them. We'll see. But I thought I would have some. Maybe I better do some Kwanzaa signs too. I did a sign that says, Merry Christmaka, which I thought was pretty cute, but it probably should say Kwanzaa Christmaka. I don't want to get in trouble by anybody Actually, I really don't care. I do what I like, and that's how it works. Nobody went up to Vincent van Gogh and said, hey, how come you didn't paint a building of the something or other? Whatever. Artists do what artists like. And that's me. I like drawing little girls. But this guy's pretty cute. He'll be cute when he's colored, and we're going to give him a little snowflake in the tree. So, give him some scraggly hairs hanging down on his face. I think he's pretty well ready for coloring. So the next step is, and I'll do this off camera so you don't have to watch, you got to go back and erase all your lines. I don't know if you can see them there, but there are some pencil lines because I never seem to go over exactly where I've drawn. So I'll erase the lines, get my pencils, and meet you right back here. Okie dokie, here we go again. I think I forgot some skin color. The hardest part when I do ornaments is figuring out skin color, because you can see this girl's kind of dark and this girl's kind of light. And hair, that's the next thing, because when I'm selling these, you're always going to get somebody to say, oh, well, this looks like my daughter's hair, but it's darker or it's lighter, or the skin color is a little darker or lighter. Same thing here. So with the girls, I try to add lots of different colors in their hair, but if you have a redhead or you have a dark-haired person, that doesn't always work. So you just got to hope and pray for the best. So this guy's going to get lighter colored skin. So I start with the skin usually. And the other thing I forgot to tell you guys is when you color on wood, like I did here, which I happen to just love to do, you want to spray it with a sealer or a fixative first, so that I usually color or usually draw like this, pardon the reach, but my signs are done normally with Sharpie, because I do them really bold and thick lettering. So, but you have to spray the wood first or fixative with a fixative or a sealer, because otherwise it's just going to run and bleed and you're not going to be happy. But if any of you people have contractor husbands, wives, whoever works with wood, that's how this all got started, because one year we were burning some wood in the fireplace, or in a burn pile, I can't remember, and I told my husband, I go, why are we burning this beautiful wood? This is like canvas to me. So I talked him into saving it, and oh my gosh, we have a gigantic pile of wood now for me. And I just go out and say, okay, I want this one cut to this size and this one cut to this size. Pretty cool. So I try to do different colors in the hair, like I said, so that it gives highlights, number one, and number two, just gives people a little less things to tell me that that doesn't look like their kid. So this could be a dark-haired, brown-haired boy, or black-haired, but black doesn't always come off so good. So usually brown is about as dark as I go, but here's a little black in here so you can see what it would look like if he had darker hair. See? So you've got a little black in there, but sometimes black pencil turns into black and you can't see any details. So then we'll do his shirt, which I'm going to do red, I think, because his pants are going to be green. Although the other one I did for the little boy was blues, and it was so cute. He had like blue jeans on and a blue shirt with stripes in it, but I kind of try to keep him Christmassy. Or I do blues and stuff for Hanukkah, which is so cute. Although not too many people have Hanukkah bushes like I do, so not too many people buy ornaments for Hanukkah. But they're fun to draw, so I will definitely make some. So using two different colors of reds, a light for his shirt and a darker for the band in it. And then I'm just going to add some detail with the pencil, the darker red. Just put some stripes on his shirt sleeves and his shirt itself. So that's what he's got going on. And I don't know if you saw, I used a little tiny bit of pink for the cheeks. And even on the darker skinned girls, well, that broke. Even on the darker skin girls, you can add some pink in their cheeks. So cute. So now he's getting green pants, and I'm going to start super light so that I can add some stripes in it, because I really like the detail with the pencil. And I think I'll do a couple boys with overalls, because I love boys with overalls. Not older boys, but little boys are cute with overalls. We got my son a pair of overalls a couple years back. He's 26. And oh my gosh, does he look funny in overalls. But he really wanted them, so I finally got him some. And he wears them. He loves them. But he sure looks like a local yokel. Funny. Okay, so then I always give the pockets a little darker, because they're darker fabric in there. And his fly area. Woo-hoo. And we're going to give him a little stripe down here at the bottom. It doesn't have to be real looking, you know. Probably most boys aren't going to wear green jeans except for Mr. Green Jeans. So there's him. And he's going to get stripes going down so it looks like they're dungarees. A little bit. And then just some highlights and shadows to kind of make it look like he's got folds in his pants. So there's his pants. And I'm never done until I'm done, so I may go back and add some. Then my Christmas trees are always several colors of greens. Because pine trees, if you look at them, they're definitely a few colors of greens. And a lighter color is the new growth on the tree, which is my favorite part when the trees start coming out in the spring. But I don't want spring. I'm happy with winter. So there's our tree. Oh, I got to give it a little bit of bark. So he's carrying a tree to take home to his mama. Just chopped it down in the forest. Although he doesn't look like a boy that would chop down a tree, but that's all right. So then we're going to give his stars, going to be goldish yellow. I always like a little bit of yellow on each of my things that I do for Christmas because it just gives it a little pop. And his shoes have a really bright Kelly green. No, I don't like that, but that's all right. Because you can always get darker. Can't go lighter, but you can get darker, so we'll give his shoes a little highlight of darkness. Well, I'm not really happy with that either. What else could we do? Maybe we'll add some brown in there. Yeah, that works. So just start layering pencils. Start light and go dark. You can always change your colors of things, which is the best news about colored pencil. And you can see how fast I'm doing this with felt tip pen. I don't know, taking the caps off and having to put the cap back on. I don't like it on the wood anyway. It just doesn't come through as anything that I think is very cute. So, yeah, I like those shoes. They look a little camo-like. So there's his shoes. And now for my favorite part. So I take a white, just a white color. By the way, these are Barrel Prismacolors. They tend to work the best for me, and they give the best colors. Nice and deep and bold. The snowflake here needed to be purple because we're going to add some white. We're going to go back and just darken it up just a little. See what happened there. My pencil wasn't sharp enough. But again, no worries, you can fix everything. Alright, so then, like my girls, my favorite part is the background, just this scribbly, crazy whiteness. Not too thick, not too thin, just kind of start and outline all the way around them, and it just gives it a highlight that sets them off and kind of makes them look like they're in the snow or a little ethereal. I kind of love that on the ornaments. Oh, I forgot his hanger for his star has to be a color. We're going to make it red. Because red is such a good bold color for these wood rounds. And actually take a yellow, brighter yellow, a different one. and go around the edge of the snowflake so it looks kind of like it's shining. Not the snowflake, the star, you silly girl. So we'll make it look like it's kind of glowing. Because every little boy walks around with a hanging star. Alright, go back to our white. And then when these are all done, they get a hole drilled in them. He doesn't have a hole yet. And I just put a piece of twine or ribbon. I kind of like the twine in the wood rounds. Some of my other ornaments get ribbon, but I think we'll do twine for this one. And that's about it. Oh, I also buy, if you haven't seen them yet at the craft stores, we sell them at Ben Franklin, but they are rusty jingle bells. I love those. I bought some a couple years ago. I haven't used them all yet. And I kind of love those rusty jingle bells tied in the ornaments because they just give a little bit of twinkle when the air hits the tree or you walk by and touch them. So that's about it for these videos. I hope you guys had fun. I am so crazy busy that I have 22 special orders to work on today, which is why this is all you're getting today. And it's going to be slim pickings for the rest of the year. You'll probably get more Christmas videos. Sorry, but hopefully that's all right with you. So here he is. Isn't he cute? I should do more boys, maybe. I gotta hold it in different light because I have this bright light shining on me and you can't see all the white. So I think he's good. Maybe we'll give him just a little tiny bit of snow on the ground here in a light blue just to set him off so it doesn't look like he's floating in air. I like light blues and light purples for snow. My favorites. Listen to the sound of that pencil. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, so there he is. All finished. He's going to get a spray coating of just a sealer. And we'll drill a hole in him, and I can put a name right there, or you can personalize the backside. Oh, look at all the erasure it picked up. I'm going to have to take care of that. And that's it. So have a great week. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.